Hey, it's James from Optimal Recovery Club. In today's video, we'll be talking about how to prepare your house for a return from ACL reconstructive surgery. Let's get into it. If you haven't already checked out our other videos, definitely have a look. We cover some frequently asked questions for people who have just injured their ACL, and also how to find a great PT to help you along your recovery journey. So let's dive straight into this video. Point 1, support. This was the biggest regret of the people who we researched who had recovered from ACL reconstructions. Their biggest regret was not organising enough support for them in those first few days after reconstruction. So swallow your pride, definitely make the effort to get some friends or family around you to help you during those first few days, because you really appreciate the support that they get. And maybe give them a gift or something as thank you afterwards, because you probably won't be your best version of yourself during those first few days. The second point is food. You really want to avoid being on your feet during those first few days after ACL reconstruction, and the last thing you really want to be doing is cooking meals. So put some effort ahead of time and prepare some reheatable meals. And also it's a great opportunity to try and accelerate your recovery using nutrition. Anti-inflammatory diet will really help you during this process because your knee will be heavily inflamed. Google anti-inflammatory recipes for some great ideas on a perfect nutrition after your recovery. Point 3 is bedroom preparation. You want to avoid the need to traverse stairs to access things like the bathroom and the kitchen, so we highly recommend having all of those things on the same floor. So that might mean moving your bed. And if you do move your bed, try and position it against something solid such that you can rest against it, because you will be needing to do some rehabilitation exercises, most likely from bed, during those first few days. If you do move your bed, make sure to put some thought ahead of time to avoid forgetting items such as your toothbrush, toothpaste, or mobile phone chargers. The 3 top items we recommend having on hand by your bed is ideally your phone for contacting anyone if need be, access to lights such that you don't need to get up and down to turn them on and off, and finally a good amount of water nearby. Our 4th point is ice packs. You're going to need at least 3 large ice packs as part of your injury recovery, and if you've got access to a camp fridge freezer, that can be really handy to have by your bed to be able to freeze those bags as you cycle through them. Our 5th point is to plan to take some time off work. Again, if you haven't seen our frequently asked videos question, definitely check that out, as that has some general guidelines on how long you may need to take time off work. By putting some effort in now to take some time off work, it'll do 2 things. It takes the pressure off you in terms of your rapid return to work, and secondly, it increases your sense of self-control through that planning process. And you'll be feeling at this point that a lot of things have been out of your control since you've done your ACL, because it generally comes out of the blue. The whole process is quite new and you'll be feeling quite unsettled. So planning to take some time off work can really help, so boosting your sense of self-control, and by that boosting your positivity, which will have a positive effect on your recovery. Our 6th point is distractions. And distraction therapy might sound pretty crazy, but actually it's been proven scientifically that by distracting yourself with other activities, you're less likely to feel the pain of the injury that you've suffered. So we recommend spending some time up front to prepare a whole bunch of distractions so that when you're back from surgery, you're fully distracted and ideally not worrying or focusing about the pain of your recovery. So our 7th point is supportive groups. There's a number of really amazing Facebook ACL groups where members will post up questions or statuses about their injury recovery, and the community there is super supportive. And if you feel like you just need some motivation or a bit of support, post up your stories there, and you'll find a pretty overwhelming community that will really support you through your injury recovery process. So if you found these tips useful, definitely check out our upcoming ACL recovery guide for more at aclrecoveryguide.com. It's a super detailed 250-page guide that covers your physical exercise therapy, nutritional advice, and psychological techniques, all specifically tailored to ACL reconstruction. Otherwise, I wish you all the best with your recovery. I wish you an optimal recovery, and I'll see you in the next video.